What would you do for a fortnight? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is Fortnight. Now, I know it's a popular video game, which I know nothing about, but I know when I went to research the history of Fortnite, all I got were millions of returns with respect to the game Fortnite. How to play, what it's about, strategies, and 50 things and 100 things and 20 things you can do to be better at the game Fortnite. A little bit frustrating when I wanted to find the history of where did the expression fortnight come from. A fortnight is a period of 2 weeks or 14 nights. And it comes from, I'm going to look up the term because I can't really pronounce it, Fortnight, which means fortnight or 14 nights in, I think it's Germanic, or so it's from a German tradition. But most of us have experienced a period of 2 weeks with respect to how we get paid. Usually you work for 2 weeks and then you get a paycheck. You work for 2 weeks and you get a paycheck. Bi-weekly, we call it in the United States. Fortnight tends to be a more British term, but we use it in the United States. But in the United States, we tend to say bi-weekly. Well, the tricky thing about bi-weekly is bi-weekly can mean twice a week or every 2 weeks. I personally find that a little bit confusing, but it can mean either thing, just like bi-monthly can, which I think is confusing. But if we're clear and specific on our communications, we won't have too much trouble with it. Now, what can you do in a fortnight with respect to your business? I like to use the fortnight or the bi-weekly goal, not for payroll. I always pay my people weekly, but I like to use it as a 2-week rule. There's a study, and there's a lot of information, scientific information, on the philosophy of 2 weeks. They say it a lot about New Year's resolutions. Many people, most people, actually 90+% of people who set New Year's resolutions or any goal will quit within 2 weeks. And that's why they have this 2-week rule. And I don't know who's teaching or whatever, but I've heard about it before. The 2-week rule means that you can do anything for 2 weeks. So you set your mind to a goal, you work toward it for 2 weeks, you usually make a significant amount of progress or have some success in that 2-week period, so that causes you to continue to move on toward the long-term goal that you want. So it's a short-term goal setting strategy that helps you to achieve your goals faster and easier. You set 2-week goals. I actually do my goal setting where I start out with my big picture, pie in the sky, no one on earth would believe I could ever do this goal, and I break that down into little pieces, like 20-year, depending on how big the goal is, 20, 10, 5-year, 1 year, and then within a year, I break everything down in smaller and smaller pieces so that I'm doing something every single day to move toward that goal. But you could do, monthly, 2-week, 1 week, and then daily goals to little pieces of action that you'll take to make sure that you get that goal. But the 2-week rule is powerful because it allows you a chance to test out your goal. Are you really committed to doing it? And you can know within 2 weeks if it's the right goal for you or not. Because if you set a goal, you commit to it for 2 weeks, you use the 2-week rule, you work toward it, and you don't make any progress, or you don't find the time to devote to that goal, obviously it's not a priority for you. It's not that important to you. So, curious your experience with a fortnight. I am currently on a fortnight journey, a traveling journey and trip. Haven't been on a trip since 2019, so it's absolutely awesome to be out and about in the rest of the world. And different parts of the world are dealing with the COVID pandemic differently, and so there's a lot more freedom down here in Texas and in where I spent most of my time last week, and then this week in Florida, where we're spending the majority of our time. Spent a little bit of time going in other states, but mostly those are the states we're focusing our time in. So, curious, share in the comments below your experience with a fortnight, bi-weekly, what term you use in your neck of the woods, and I will of course be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it in your business and your life today? Have an amazing day.